What's up, guys? This is MC from MC Trading coming to you this week with another video about how I play fibs and kind of how I go through them. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to look at how I find my supply and demand zones, how I draw my fibs off the hourly, and then how I play that, or I look to play that the following day. I do this every night before the market. When the market closes, I go through and I do all this stuff, go through everything. Let's close that out. So I have my watch list over here, and then I have all different ones. It's my daily watch list. This is the ones I watch in and out every day. Go from there. Snap. If you remember correctly, when I think it was that morning when I saw what I saw on Snap, I was like, "Hey, Snap is my top watch today," and it paid off. So I'm gonna show you what I did and then how I played it and what made it my top watch. So first thing I'm looking for is before I draw any lines, before I do any fib levels, I go and I'm looking for my supply and demand zones. So what I've noticed now, I've been using supply and demand zones probably for the last couple of weeks, I guess. But I've been studying for the last couple of months, going through, kind of looking what works, what doesn't work, what seems to be the best levels, this, that, and other. Trying to get better at them. And then what I found is a lot these gaps. These gaps are huge, huge supply and demand zones. Because what happens is we gap down, and then you have orders at this level, right? You have buy orders, you have sell orders at this level. When we gap right past it, when we skip over it, you left all these orders here. All these orders need to be filled. So once we get back up to the gap, you can see we start filling orders. And then we start selling orders. So if you're up here and you short it, you're getting back here and you're taking your profit. If you're down here and you're going long, you're taking profit. So, and then of course you're looking to re-enter at these levels too. So going through that, I'm looking for gaps. I'm looking for huge move downs, right? We had a huge move down here. So what this is telling me is that we ever get back up to this level here, we're going to have some orders left up here too at the 17 level. I look for that to be a strong level to short at that level. And we're not looking for, you notice here we had a big move on this one candle, right? But notice we stayed in this zone. So all these orders got filled, right? Is what I'm thinking. All these orders got filled in this level. So let's see, let's draw. So on this one, all these orders got filled. So I don't view this as a good strong supply and demand zone. But if you come over here, we've actually got one right there. I think this is going to be a key level. And notice it came back up. Like I said, here we had news. This is when I can't remember what they announced, whatever it was, but it knifed right through it. So that doesn't bother me. A lot of traders will say, hey, once it knifes through, that supply demand zone is no longer valid. I don't see that. And you'll see that here. You look across when it came back up, what do? We rejected twice on it. So that's telling me that that zone is still valid. Same thing with this one when it came through. People were like, okay, that zone's no longer valid. Well, we came back, we retested, held support, and bounced off of it each time, right? So I'm saying those levels are valid. So that's kind of how I draw my supply and demand zone. And what I suggest you do is you go back. Let's take this chart back to, and we're going to look for a level that we see that definitely. All right, so here's going to be one. So we gapped, we consolidated for a minute, then we gapped down, right? So I'm going to take this level here. And then notice we hit it all the way through it until we finally break up here. But then we have the news that comes right back to it. So I think this level will be good too. Like I said, I think these are valid levels. I keep them up. I don't take these levels off. Only time I take them off is when I start getting overlapping levels. And at this point, it's just I'm trying to clean my chart up. I don't want too much noise on my chart. I don't like to have 8,500 lines on my chart. I like to have my levels set up. So, and then what I do also, I will take it down to the 15-minute level, looking for moves. Like we had a move here. And notice that's going to actually, that move right there is going to line up with exactly what it did on where it caught support at on Friday. But I'm going to remove that one for now because I don't really like that one overall, because I have other levels there that I'm more interested in. So I start hourly, 30, 15. You can even draw these in the 5 minutes. The 5 minutes would be used more for pre and post market. I think you can find some key levels there, but to me, it's pre and post market is when those are the best levels to find on. And then let's go back to the hourly, when we're drawing out our fib levels. So we found our supply and demand zone, right? And then, so we're going to let's actually go on and put the replay so we don't see that there. Oh, crap. We'll do it in a minute. But act like this day wasn't even here yet. So we haven't made a new low. So I'm saying this is going to be our current trend. On the hourly, and it's an uptrend. So what I'm going to do is you'll notice when I played these on Friday, I just played them opposite. So when we draw supply and demand, when we draw fib levels, right, we're looking for a retracement, and then we're looking for a bounce, right? We're looking for it to show support. So what happens when support is broken? You want to see support turn into resistance, which you see here, right? Broken resistance, broken resistance. So that's how I draw my levels. And then actually, once we broke this, and you'll see when I draw for Monday, since we are at a new low on this trend, I'm going to actually swap it where I'm going to go from here down. But to show you how I played it, I'm going to leave it up like this for now. All right, now let's go to the replay. And then we're going to go to the 830 candle. All right. So that morning, if you're in the Bones Discord group, you saw where I sent a message out saying, "Hey, Snap is going to be my main focus today, my top of my watch list." This is why I said that. So what happened Friday? The market gapped down overall, right? Snap gapped down to this 0.50 level, and notice how it's trading this 0.5 level all day, all morning. So you're thinking, hey, if we can get a drop here, then we should end up dropping the rest of the day. So what I'm looking for at this point, I'm looking for a break of the 618 level. This is like pre-market. Like I said, I don't draw off pre-market, but I do leave pre-market up. I've been burned in the past where my EMA clouds have changed. Because let's say we just trend down in pre-market and then we start to pop back up. My EMA clouds are going to be red, and then we come to open, then we tank back down. If I didn't leave pre-market open, once we came back to this level, our EMA clouds are going to be this bluish color again. So it's going to show me as being bullish. And then if we trend down, I missed that opportunity. So I think these, the extended hours on are good for that. They're good for drawing, like I said a minute ago, your 5 minute levels. But this is key, just sitting here watching it. So notice what we do. We come back up, then we get back down at some, right? We get a big upper wick, which showing we have selling pressure. First candle comes on, boom, goes below it, comes back up. Yeah, we get some buying pressure here down at this 12 level. But then we're also getting selling pressure up here at this 12.25 level. So this is more of an indecisive candle in my mind. But I'm still leaning toward bearish because we broke this 618. I think we're going back below it again. And then you'll see on this next candle, next couple candles actually we go through it a good bit. Notice this selling pressure all the way down, no lower wick, indecisive again, and then more selling pressure. And then you start scaling out. I typically scale in thirds. Sometimes I'll scale in quarters. Sometimes I'll scale half. Kind of depends on what I'm playing here, how I feel. This one I scaled in thirds. Scale to third, then you get out, set a stop, come back up, and you're out of it. Didn't finish my morning though, so what I'm looking for at this point is looking for another entry. And actually, I think I took it when it popped back up to here, entered back in on the same puts that I had, and then rode those back down for a nice profit. Ended up scaling this first time. I scaled at 26%, I scaled at 50%, and then my runners ran 100% out at 200%. When I got back in, I scaled at 20%, and then I ended up having to go to work, so I got completely out at 30% total. And these ended up running a little over 100% again. So actually, no, I think they were a little over 200%. So great day. I think it ended up being a beautiful trade. I don't think you can ask for anything better to play the fib levels than that. And then, of course, we were completely out of it at that point, and we didn't play snap again the rest of the day. Had to go to work. So I took a little lunch break around, I guess it was 1:30, 1:45 Central Time. And I was like, hey, I'm going to go out to the Tahoe. I'm going to pop my iPad open. I'm going to see if we have any scalp opportunities on SPY. I love to scalp SPY. I like to be in and out of SPY as quick as I can be. You can get some massive runners, but man, there is money to be made there. So if you notice SPY, I've already cleared this chart out, so I had nothing on there. I did have all my hourly stuff done. Oh, never mind. Here it is. Okay. I have my hourly fibs and then my intraday fibs. So what I was looking at, so I drew, this was the high day, right? And I drew the low day. So we have a downtrend. And then when you're looking to play these, you're looking for a pop. So I didn't get in. I wasn't able to play here. I actually got in a little late. This would have been massive moves. This would have been one you would have rode down. If you got in there, you'd have rode that all the way down. Nothing told you to get out of that anytime soon. So didn't get in on that one. I did get in over here, right here, I think. No, actually, it was this next one. Yeah, it was there. So got in. I took 422 calls, wrote it down. I got 50% out of them. Yeah, they ran. I got in at 50, got back out at 75. Quick scout. Went in it too long. Probably 15, 20 minute stops. And then I went into work. Actually, it was here when I got in and popped there. Get into work, and I noticed that we come all the way down here, and those that I took 50% gains on were now up 100%. So I got a little FOMO, which is usually not good, but I had a plan. So I was in Walmart. So I work for a chip company. I'm a district manager, so I have a little freedom to do what I need to do. And I was in there to see a store manager. Well, a lot of you don't know I live in Oxford, Mississippi, and then this weekend is moving weekend for Ole Miss. So went in to find our manager, talked to him real quick. He was super busy. He's like, hey, can you give me a little bit? Like, sure. So I go in the back room, set my iPad up on some boxes, like, hey, I'm going to see if I can scalp this one more time. I actually scalped it 3 or 4 more times. So what I did is I got back in. I think I saw when I set up was right around here. And then I just started, I would scalp the top, buy puts, get out. Buy puts, get out. We're in the back room. I think I did 3 or 4 trades. I would get in at 14, the 422, and I'd pop out at 21. So 50% set a pop. Now, like I said, these were not big trades. These were not big plays. I was trading from some profit I made. I made Snap. I had profit on Snap. And then I had IWM puts that I held for like a week or so that I'd sold out of. So I knew these could go to zero, wouldn't hurt me, but I didn't want them to go to zero. So I did put a stop loss. Once I would get in, I'd do a stop right above. It never got above that level when I entered. And then the best scalp I had of the afternoon was probably this 250 candle when it popped up. It popped up right close to VWAP. I entered some puts right here on VWAP, and then I sold right back out here. Now, these wasn't huge gains. Again, these were very small trades, but they were enough to show me that my thesis actually worked and I was on the right track. So I hope this helps. I hope that you're getting something from these videos. I'm trying to simplify it as much as I can. When I first started trading, fib levels, you did not see a lot of fib videos. It was not popular. Right now, fibs are popular. Everybody and their brother is trading fibs. Algos are using fibs. Algos have been using fibs for years. People are just not catching on that, hey, we can use these fib levels to kind of time when they're buying and when they're selling. Still a guessing game. They could change the algorithms up on us where it doesn't buy at these specific points, but right now it is. So uh, we're looking at that. Here recently added the supply demand zone to my portfolio. Supply and demand zone, I've been working on it for a few months, and then I now feel comfortable enough to incorporate it with my, and we'll look at Snap while we talk about this, incorporate this with my trading plan. Let's type Snap right. And I still typed it wrong. Get it pulled up. So if you notice, when you're getting these levels, and you're rebuying, right? We had this fib level here, which is a key fib level, right? 786, because we're turning this support, it's actually turned to resistance now. And then we're also in the supply demand zone. So when these fib levels and supply and demand zones line up, it is just wonderful things. I mean, it's beautiful, beautiful trades come off those. So I kind of look at this like, let's say you're a carpenter. This is why I've added supply and demand zones, and why I use a few different other things. But let's say you're a carpenter and you have your toolbox, right? And then you have your hammer, you have your tape measure, you have like a speed square level, all this good stuff, right? Well, if you start out with just a hammer, how good of a carpenter are you gonna be? Think about that. If you're just a hammer, can you cut wood to make stuff? Uh, you can hack it, but you can't cut it, right? So when you add supply and demand zones, let's say, so you have a hammer, now you're a carpenter, now you're adding a saw to your situation, to your equation, right? To your toolbox. Now, well, you can cut and then you can hammer and nail, but then you need more. So this is where EMA clouds come in. You're adding your tape measure, or this is where VWAPs come in. You're adding your speed square, or this is you know SMAs, right? Moving averages. You're adding moving averages. Well, now you're adding a level. So now you're able to do what you need to do everything a carpenter needs to do because you've added all this stuff to your toolbox. Empty toolbox, you can't make any money. Nobody's going to hire you, right? Same thing with stock trading. The more we can add to our toolbox, the better off we are in trading. I'm a diehard believer in studying and learning and back testing and going through things over and over again. I don't just find the next greatest thing, then I add it straight to my portfolio. Hey, I'm gonna start trading. I'm just trying to think of something. If breakouts, okay, I'm not a breakout trader. I'm more of a TA trader. I'm looking for technical analysis. Uh, we get news. I'm not a news trader. I mean, yeah, I'll take advantage of the situation, but I'm using TA when I do that. But the more we can learn, the better carpenters we're going to be, and the better traders we're going to be. That's my little life lesson, my little motivation to you there. We can all do this. Don't follow fads. Take what I'm teaching you here and mold it to fit you. I can watch 100 different. I watch Trading Wars videos a lot on fib levels. I don't trade fib levels exactly like he does. He trades his fibs. Of course, a lot of his is automated trading, but he'll trade his fib levels as soon as it touches this line. I'm buying. Well, I'm not quite like that. I like to, when it touches that line, I want to see confirmation that we're going in the right direction with it. So I'm more of a confirmation trader on that part instead of just reacting to it. Uh, but like I said, take these, practice them, practice them, practice them. Take charts. I think Ripster was the one that said 100 charts a day. You start going through 100 charts. I mean, you won't hit 100 charts, or you can if you sit there and just stay on it all day. But take as many charts as you can. Sit there and draw your supply and demand zones. Draw your fib levels. See how you're getting interaction off these fib levels. I was a couple weeks ago. I was all about, hey, we're going to do our dailies, then we're using intraday. Well, if you start looking, algos seem to have changed up where they're using more of an hourly. So now I'm not as concerned about dailies. I'm actually drawing on my hourlies the night before, and that's the levels I'm playing off of. Then I'm drawing my intraday off of it if needed. You look at Snap here, I didn't need to draw intraday. I just played the strict levels we had from the hourly, and they were gold. I didn't need anything else. I could have drawn off any of these here. I might have had it. I don't think we would have got back up to it. I could have played different levels, but it's what's working the time. You don't have to be a robot. You don't have to do it the exact same way every single time. Find what works. Find what the algos are using. Use that and be productive with it. Like I said, practice, practice, practice. Practice is going to be your most important thing you can do. One more side note, we are looking at doing a YouTube live, I think, in not this Sunday, but next Sunday. I'm looking at probably 7 or 8 Central. That kind of gets my folks on the, probably about 7. That gets my folks on the East Coast time where it's not too late for them. And then my West Coast folks where it's not too early for y'all. So I think that time will work. I'm not going to dead set lock it in. If you follow me on Discord, on the Bones Discord group where I'm a member in there, I will post in there what time I'm going live. I think most of y'all probably are in there, so I will post in there exactly what time, kind of get some feedback if anything else worked for somebody else. So and kind of go through. I plan on recording it and having it saved to my channel, so you can go back and watch it later if you can't catch it live. So that is it for today. That's a short and sweet video. Hope it helps. Like I said, if you do like this video, please subscribe to my channel, like the video. I would appreciate any feedback. If you're getting something out of this, let me know. If you're missing something or you think I'm missing something, let me know. Then I can look into it and we can go from there. So hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the weekend. Let's go bank next week and kill it. Let's slay the market and take advantage of these situations that we're presented with on a daily basis. Awesome. Thank you all. Have a good weekend. Thanks.